It's just, I'm just letting you know we're going live. Okay. Hello, everybody. So hopefully everyone can hear me and see me. I'm sure that this live will not last very long because I didn't want to not do it, but we are preparing. As you can see, everything is a mess because we are picking things up and getting ready for Hurricane Laura. We have a new visitor. So Marco turned out to be a dud, thank God, because Lord knows having two back to back would not be any fun whatsoever. But Laura, she's coming. She'll be here Thursday. I think the worst part of it's supposed to be here Thursday at 1 in the morning, and it's supposed to be over by 6:30 in the morning is what the news is saying. At this point, we are not planning on evacuating because where we are, we're not real close to the water. And part of the problem is when you evacuate for a storm, a lot of times it is extremely difficult to get back into town. And like, because the last two storms that we've had since we've had this channel, we didn't get to leave. There was no way to leave for Harvey. You were gone anyway because you were helping Jamie because she had surgery. And Imelda,
stuck for 2 weeks out of town, could not get back.
Yeah, because she got stuck 2 weeks out of town. And then Imelda was just a tropical storm, and that flooded everything. But this storm, which for Imelda, there was 60 inches of rain in 12 hours. That's why things flooded. This storm, Laura's only supposed to bring 7.5 inches of rain to our area. The biggest thing we have to worry about is levees. But she's a pretty fast moving storm. So I think we'll be okay. It'll suck without power, but we have generators and all that kind of stuff. And I will keep y'all updated. I won't post a whole lot on YouTube. Like, I have videos scheduled. They're already ready to post on Wednesday and Friday. So, but me responding to comments and stuff like that probably won't happen much. If you are looking for updates, we will post, I'll post on Facebook and Instagram every once in a while. I'm not going to post a whole lot because if we are without power, I will post I don't want to use that my phone in case we need it. That's all part of dealing with this. I mean, this isn't anything new to us. We've dealt with this before. I mean, let's see, since my kids have been born, we've had, so now Laura, Imelda, Harvey, Rita, Umberto. There was something else.
Imelda?
Well, because we went to, no, we had one where we went to Thomas and Kelly's, the one that we went to Arkansas, and then we had one where we went to Linda's. So I think since my kids have been born, we've had 8 storms, 8 or 9, a bunch. So we will be okay. If you've placed an order from us, again, this is something we've dealt with. Orders will go out once the Postal Service opens back up, but it is what it is. Well, Smitten Kitten, let me tell you, it's dealing with a tornado, which I'm sure if you're from the DFW area is a lot scarier. And yes, sometimes hurricanes will bring tornadoes, but we get plenty of advanced warning. And again, we've lived here most of our lives, and then I lived in Florida. So, I mean, this is stuff that we're used to dealing with. And again, if it looks like things are going to get worse, like if it gets to be anything worse than what it is, we will evacuate. Don't worry about that. But we're just kind of keeping an eye on things. There's no reason just to rush and leave because, like, at this point, they have called for a mandatory evacuation, which they typically do, because if they don't call for a mandatory evacuation and things get crazy, then people would sue the government and stuff like that, because you kind of have to tell people to get out, and then if they don't get out, it's on you. But again, this is stuff that we are used to dealing with, and we've evacuated early a lot of times, but then we've learned later in life to wait to leave, because if you leave right whenever they declare it or pretty close to it, then all that you're going to do is sit in traffic and run out of gas, and that happens quite often. Like, I think it was Rita. Yeah, it was Rita that we left like 3 hours before the storm was supposed to hit. There was no traffic. It was easy to get out of town.
Everybody should do that.
But not everybody should do that. Like, if you've got elderly or things that you can't deal with, electricity and stuff like that, you go ahead and get out of Dodge. But for us, especially with having the business and stuff like that, we need to be able to check on things rather quickly. Again, this is what we do. This is not what you should do. Well, Smitten Kitten, Corpus Christi is a good ways away from us. They're not in the path of this storm at all this time. So Corpus Christi is how many hours away from us?
3 or 4.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 hours away from us. I mean, like, we're in, at this point, unless it shifts, we are in direct line for the eye of the storm. I know, and that sounds scary, but it is what it is. Yes, I mean, and this is something that you get used to deal with. Yeah, I don't know what it's like without, well, actually I do. Whenever my husband was stationed in Lemoore, California, we were near Death Valley. We had no rain. And that was so weird to me because living in Southeast Texas, it is a rainy climate. We get rain all the time. But anyways, I think that's where we're going to kind of end things today. Not trying to rush off or anything like that. But I've got to finish unplugging everything in case we always prepare in case there is an electricity surge. So we are good. Check out our social media if you want to kind of stay updated. We will let people know what's going on Facebook, Instagram, that type of thing. So make sure to follow us over there. So anyways, check out, we have videos coming, so that'll still go up. So bye, y'all.